Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Rakshit, sir, are you there?
Rakshit sir has not joined, but he is there in the chat box.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Only,
Let's start
yeah,
then. Okay, fine, fine. Okay.
yes, sir.
A very good morning to all. I welcome you all to this last day session of 1 week faculty development program on ICT tools for online teaching, learning, and evaluation. I welcome the resource person of today's session, Professor Anoop H.A., on behalf of the organizing committee of the FTP. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Today we have a session on video streaming for online lecture using Zoom, Cisco Webex, and Google Meet by Professor Anoop H.A. Now I request Professor Anoop H.A. to take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to to teach about a few video conferencing apps. That is, I'll be focusing mainly on uh, Google Meet, Cisco Webex, and the popular app, which is Zoom. So, if I want to talk about this video streaming apps which are being present these days, so it is entirely related to the teaching learning progress or process which is being present. So, teaching the 21st century students, along with the technology being integrated to the education, plays a major role these days. So, without any further thing. So we'll be directly going on to the first one, which is the Google Meet. So Google Meet is generally used as a video streaming app. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Are you able to see the screen, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So if I want to use Google Meet as the first one, so I'll be generally going on with start a meeting, or I can generally go with the calendar approach, which is there. I'll show you both the approaches where you can generally use to schedule the Google Meet link. So first one, which is a quite easy one, is a start a meeting. So if I click on start a meeting, I'll be having a new uh, window which is being developed. So I can generally go for the new window which is being developed like this. So I can able to see the video of me, and also you can able to hear it. So I can turn off or turn on depending on the requirement there. So if I'll be able to press join now and also the present link, I'll be able to present it directly using the present link, and join now. I'll be able to join to this meeting being present there. So if the meeting details, what you can see here on the left side corner, which is the meeting details, I will be able to copy the joining info or any attachments that is being already there in this meeting can be shared to all the participants who are about to join this meeting there. So this is the meeting link. So that is being generated. So what I can do here is I can able to copy it to a notepad, and I'll be able to share it. So this is the meeting link that is being generated by the Google Meet there. So the another mode of approach is by using the calendar here. So if I want to click on the calendar, and I'll be generally going for any day which is being present there. So generally I can select this and I can add an event. I can add an event called as test, and I can add the time limit which is being present there. I can schedule it for 1 or 2 hours, or depending on all the day. I can generally go for a 24-hour approach, and repeating it and adding the guests here. So adding the guest here with respect to the email IDs which are being present there. So, and again, creating a Google Meet video conferencing. So if you can see here very carefully, you are having the link which has been generated quite different to the other. So each and every time what you create here is the Google Meet link, which appears to be quite different what you have expected. So what you can see here with the next one is the number of participants which are being present there. So in case of number of participants for a normal Gmail account, it is 100 participants, and For the educational enterprise account, it is 250 participants that is being present there. So I can host up to 250 participants for 60 minutes. That is the time duration that is being present there. And once you have created the link using the Google Calendar, you will be able to use it for 90 days at a stretch. But if you are using it via the scheduling a meeting or starting a meeting, after the meeting is being expired, you are not able to see it for that particular day. You can create a location, you can add the descriptions that is being present there, and later on you will be able to notify it. So for example, the notification which is being present there, you can add it 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 45 minutes, depending on the requirement that is being present there. So this is one of the approaches in case of the calendar link which can be created. So the main advantage of doing this sort of thing is you can schedule it for the next 1 month or 2 months. You can schedule it right now itself, and at that time you will be receiving a notification, and all the participants who are there in that Google Meet can able to join to this link. So I'll be able to discard it right now. And next one is going ahead with the conventional approach, which is the Google Meet. So if you can see here, what you can generally see here is the meeting details, which I said earlier. And later on, you will be having the conventional control here, which is the microphone, turn on or turn off, and the camera, which can be turned on or turned off. If you can see here on the top corner, this is where the meeting video will be able to appear. If I can turn on the camera, I can turn it on and turn it off depending on the requirement. And two important features here are the captions and also the presenting now. So if I can able to turn on the captions, I'll be able to read whatever that's there, but I need to turn on the microphone, that I need to be aware of it. So turning on the microphone will, and also the turning on the captions will enable to see whatever that is being read by the speaker there. Okay. So next, as soon as I add the participants, I'll be having the participants list here that is being present there. So, and later on the present now window, which will be able to see here, I'll be closing the meeting details. Present now, I can have three approaches which are being present there, which is presenting the entire screen, presenting a window of it, and presenting a Chrome tab. So your entire screen, if you want to select here, this will be the entire screen which is being present there, and I will be able to share it. So now this one, which is the entire window or a window that is being present there. So any new applications which are being opened, for example, I just opened a file explorer and I've closed it. So the file explorer here generally opens, and you can able to switch to that file explorer or whatever the application that you have opened there. So next one, I'll be able to use a Chrome tab. So whatever the Chrome tab that is being opened, so here you'll be seeing it. You have 6 Chrome tabs that are being used, and all the 6 Chrome tabs I can able to switch it depending on my requirement there. So that is one of the features in Google Meet. As you can see that it indicates here the number of people, that is the attendees or the participants, that is 1. I can add the people here directly via the email IDs. I can select any one of the email IDs that are being present there. I'll be able to invite it, and I'll be able to send the email to that particular mail ID there. So the invite is being sent to that particular mail ID, and I'll be able to receive it with the other mail account I'll be using here. So if I can refresh this other mail account that is being present there, I've got an immediate mail, and I'll be able to join the meeting. Here, what you can see here is it is the Google Meet link that is being present there. So now what you able to see now is the general approach, where you can have this chat window being present there, and later on you will be able to see the other sort of things, that is the chat, whatever that is being typed here. So you can able to see this type of chat, and also the number of attendees can also attend it. So one more thing that is most important feature here is the presence of the attendance here. So I'll be able to mark the attendance. So attendance marking is one of the important criteria in case of video streaming apps. So if I want to have the attendance being included, I already have an extension called as Meet Attendance. So Meet Attendance is a extension that is an add-on feature. An extension is nothing but an add-on feature here. I have already added it and you can generally see that there. So Meet Attendance is one important thing. So as you can see that I have already added, and here what you can see here, which is a apple sort of thing and a right mark. So that is what the Meet Attendance is all about. So if you click on the Meet Attendance, you are able to see it very carefully. So adding a new sheet, that is, if you can add a new sheet or create a new spreadsheet, and resetting the everything, options, the right click options, everything are being present there very clearly. So what you can see here, as soon as I add it, you will be able to see the Meet Attendance here. So Meet Attendance, it turns red. On any other application, it does not turn red here. So what it means here is, as soon as the other person is added, it shows a button here where you will be able to click on the attendance there. So what you can use it, or generally the Meet Attendance can be used to take attendance at each and every point of time. So I can able to add another people. So just to show you, so I'll be able to add few of them, and if they take the invitation, I'll be able to see them here. So I'll be able to switch off and I'll be able to remove them from the event or so on. So another feature what could be added here is the presence of the file button. So instead of along with the chat button, it would be better that a file button is also being added, and by sending the applications or sending any documents that are being present there, PPTs, you can generally go for such thing. So I'll be able to see here the entire stream. So one more thing that is being that could have been added is the file toolbar for each and everything. So the file toolbar that is being present there. So file, generally you'll be having the toolbar such as muting the participants on the whole. So that is being missed here. And later on, turn off the sharing options and everything for other participants, giving the sharing options for few participants. Those are the things that are being missed here. So if you can see that features in the remaining apps such as Cisco Webex or generally the popular app Zoom, we can able to see it very clearly here. So what we can add it here is the presence of the Meet Attendance, which is being present here. So the Meet Attendance is one important criteria when it comes to the Google Meet there. So if you have added new participants, you can click on that new participants and you can generally share it, and we can go for it there. So this is a simple interface of a Google Meet, or generally the main difference being with respect to the Google Meet and Hangouts Meet. So in Google Meet, you will be able to present now, or you can turn on the captions that are being present there. But in case of the Hangouts, which are being present there, that is one more video calling app. So there you can able to see only 12 people at a time. So that is one important feature that is being present there in Google Meet, and an improvement in file tab that can be added there. So here, this is the Meet Attendance. You can able to switch it on by using this unpin extension or pin extension. You can able to see it there. So moving on to the next app, which is the Cisco Webex app. So I'll be able to leave this call now. So I'll be moving on with Cisco Webex. Cisco Webex, which is a popular video conferencing app. So shared for online meetings and any other online scheduled business meetings or something like that. So you'll be able to see here on the startup screen of a Cisco Webex, you will be able to host it, you'll be able to join a meeting, and you'll be able to sign in. But there is an app which has been installed in the web or in the system itself, where you can generally use it after signing in. So you have two approaches here where you'll be having the Webex meetings and the Webex teams that is being present there. Generally, the Webex teams are being used by business peoples, and Webex meeting is the one which is being used by all of us. I'll be able to log in now. I'll be able to log in right now. Yes, it is asking for my password. Okay, so here what you can see here, which is a free version of a Cisco Webex, where you will be having on the left hand side certain tabs which are generally being called as home, meetings, recordings, preferences, insights, support, downloads, and the feedback. So this entire sort of a toolbar approach which is being present there for a Cisco Webex, and I can start the meeting immediately and I can schedule a meeting immediately. So this is my ID which I'll be able to use is to start the meeting immediately. So what I can do here is I can use a desktop app or a web app that is being present there. So here, in order to use a desktop app, you will be able to download it before. So I have used it here. So this is the Cisco Webex meeting app. So in case I can generally schedule a meeting immediately in case of Cisco Webex. So in scheduling a meeting, so if you click on scheduling a meeting, so you'll be having the free version of it, the Webex free version, and I can have the meeting topic being discussed, and the password can be changed depending on the requirement. The duration is maximum limit up to 50 minutes, 50 minutes, and you can reduce it depending on your requirement. It starts from the minimum time limit from 10 minutes and it ranges up to 50 minutes there. So now what you can do is you can set the time zone. We are in plus 5:30, that is being present there in case of Chennai, Kolkata, and Mumbai. You can generally have that. And recurrence is one important thing that is being present there. So you want this meeting to appear on a weekly basis. For example, each and every day you will be scheduling a meeting. So if you schedule it at once, it will be quite easy for everyone to use the same link on each and every week. So 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that is weekly, one approach, the recurrence pattern, and recurrence on every week that is being presented. That is 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. If you want to schedule it on Saturday itself for the remaining 5 weeks or 6 weeks, that is being present here. So ending time. So where you can generally use it, or after 10 meetings ending on a particular date, you can select it. So by clicking on the recurrence button, you will be able to use the recurrence one very easily. So attendees, here you can generally invite them by using the email address of people and putting a comma after it. So I'll be able to invite my other Gmail ID and I'll be able to use a comma here. So just to ensure that the other email ID is also added here. So this is one thing that is an added feature in case of the Cisco Webex. So if you want to go for the advanced options, audio connection options, agenda and scheduling options. If I want to click on the agenda, the meeting agenda here, so meeting, I can type it here as meeting with faculties. I can select it and I can able to use it. So scheduling options. So you need a require account and excluding the password. So see to it that you will be able to join before the host. That is also should not be done. And requiring an account, so which requires attendees to have an account on this site in order to join the meeting. So that is one important thing. Whether you can able to unclick or click it, it depends on the requirement. If you want to, if you want certain users to have an account in the Cisco Webex thing, you can generally use it. And registration that is being done. So required registration, what is the job role or what is the company name that is being there. So automatically you can choose it depending on the requirement there. So this is the email reminder. Okay. So meeting options that is being present there. So in this meeting options, once the attendees are joined in, So you will be able to chat with them, or the attendees will be able to take the notes and enclose the closed captioning, that is CC, that is being present there. So I'll be using it, and attendee privileges is one important thing. So where the attendee, from the attendee side, I'll be able to see the participant list. So that is being present there. So controlling the desktop remotely. So it would be better that you unclick it. So participate in private chat with the host, presenter, or the other participants. For example, if I want to talk with the presenter, the other participants, I'll be able to unclick all these three things from the admin side, and I'll be able to see to it that the participants will be able to chat with the only presenter or the host. I can click these two things and I can schedule the meeting. So doing all these initial setup, you will be able to start the meeting now. So this is starting the Cisco Webex meeting. So here it allows, or it asks like always allow meeting space 8 text to open the links of this associated app. Definitely I can click on it, and I'll be able to see the time at 1:55 I have started it, and the red mark here, which means that the audio and the video are unable. So I'll be able to start the meeting now. So if I start the meeting here, the audio and the video are being disabled, and recording the meeting here, and participants. So if I click on the participants, that is being present there. So chat, I can able to chat it. I'll be able to chat here. So I can able to chat with all the participants. That is what it is being shared here to everyone. So I can be able to switch over host and participant. So if you click on that particular person and changing the role to presenter, host, and note taker, or closed captionist. So that has been the added feature of the Cisco Webex here. So one thing what you can see here is, after everyone joins the meeting, you are able to lock the meeting there. So once the meeting is locked, you will be able to see a symbol here where it shows the meeting is locked. So this is one thing where you can unlock it, and if another person comes and asks for a request, you can generally see that the meeting is being locked, or later if you can unlock it and you can allow a person that is being there to this meeting there. So invite and remind. So this is one thing where you will be able to invite it again. So in case if you want to add another person, you'll be able to invite him, and the invitation is already being sent here. So again, if you want to send a reminder, you can send a reminder just before 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the start of the meeting there. So this is the copy meeting link. So this is for the Cisco Webex. This is the meeting link that is being present there for Cisco Webex there. So next one, what is being present there is the audio connection. That is generally to ensure you have a proper audio while you are speaking, and connecting it to another device. If you want another device to be connected, you will be able to use this, and speaker, microphone, and camera that is being there. So one more options which is an add-on is taking the notes. Taking the notes here is this is generally in case if you want to write down any few points that are being present there. So you will be able to save this. So you will be able to save it on your desktop with .txt extension file there. So the last thing, so what is being there in case of notes, each and every time you have to save it for the new version of it. So now if you go to file one, again the normal thing, that is the poll questions, open the chat window .txt opens here, or the previous chat that is being there. So edit option, you can alter the font level, preference level, and sharing the content. My quite important one, sharing the content and the multimedia thing and the meeting window here. So sharing the content, I can generally click on here, or I can go for sharing the content. So these are the few things. I can share this PPT there. So this is one thing that is being present there. So this is the PPT, what is being present, and I'll be able to share this with sharing screen options. When it comes to sharing screen options, I have pausing it, and I'm generally using it depending on the requirement. So if I want to share it, share the content again, I'll be able to share the content, which is the other content. I can share this notepad along with the PPT being present there. So two applications can be switched, two or more applications can be switched in case of this one. So I'll be able to stop this, any one of the applications, and I'll be able to save this there. So if I want to save this, yes, I can save this .txt file that is being present there. So next one, what is being present there is assigning. So if any one of the participant is able to present, so I'll be checking on make this participant the presenter, pass keyboard and mouse control, allow to annotate. Okay, so if you want to click on it, you will be able to see here. So you will be having that privileges being granted to it. So muting and video and recorder. If I want to record it, I'll be able to record it on the desktop. And participants list again. So these are the participant list, and chatting it and annotate. If I want to choose the annotate here, so I'll be having a few tools which are being present there, and whatever I annotate here, so using a paintbrush or using the pen tool that is being present there, so I'll be able to choose it properly. So pen tool, it is somewhat sort of a paintbrush thing that is being present there. I'll be able to switch colors in between, and I'll be able to clear whatever that has been annotated, or I'll be able to save this annotation that is being present there in JPEG format. So in case of text, I'll be able to uh, use it here. So this is one thing that is being there in case of this text button which is being present there, and arrow pointer, laser pointer. So if I want to have this laser pointer that generally appears red in color, and I'll be able to point the arrow here. So this is one thing where I have pointed the arrow. So in case if a block diagrammatic approach are being present there, or any other uh, process diagram which is being present there, I can generally go for this pointer option. So if you click on more, again, the lock meeting one, invite and remind, copy meeting link, meeting info, and viewing full screen for participants. So if you click on it, the full screen, whatever that's been shared, will be appearing for the participants there. So virtual background. So if you want to change the background there to some scenery or some white background, you can click on the virtual background there. So in order to check this virtual background, you need to see to it that the video is being turned on. So this is these are the meeting controls for the sharing option in case of the Cisco Webex. I'll be stopping the sharing now, and in the meeting, start the recording settings. I'll be able to record it on my computer. Welcome message. This is one thing that is being present there. You can have some welcome message being typed, and entry and exit tone. So if you click on this entry and exit tone, you'll be able to have some beep sound as soon as someone is entered and someone is exited the meeting there. So here, mute on entry and unmute me. Okay. So here I'll be able to use the meeting window as a participant that is being present there. So mute all and unmute all. So as soon as everyone enters, it would be better to mute them all. The control will be there with respect to the admin itself. So changing the role, as I already told you. So these are few controls that are being present there. Once everything is being done, you can lock the meeting and you can present it only up to 50 minutes for 100 participants. This is one thing which is there for a free version of the Cisco Webex. So I'll end this meeting now. I'll directly go to Zoom, which is quite easy one, and I'll be exiting the meeting. So I'll end the meeting. So if any meeting which is being there, so any meeting files that are being saved, you can able to save it to the desktop options that are being present there. So you are able to change the folder name or change the way where you want to present it. I can use it there. So Once you have been generated, you will be able to have that file being recovered after the meeting ends. So I'll end the meeting now, and next one I'll be going with the option of Zoom. So very popular app once the video streaming or the video conferencing was started. So Zoom app was one of the most popular app that was developed. So if I want to go to my account, I've already logged into my account. So let me sign out and later on sign in. So it asks for sign in, host a meeting with video being off, on, or share screen only, and join a meeting. So let me discuss first one, which is join a meeting now. So where the meeting ID or the personal link name is to be added, and it has to be join there. So once you have the meeting ID or the personal link name, the join has to be after posting it. Better you have to click on the join button. So before to begin with, so in order to have the login account, I'll be able to select my personal Gmail account for the Zoom one. So as I wanted to tell one more thing, which is all these apps, Google Meet, Zoom, Cisco Webex, all these apps can be installed on the cell phone itself in the Play Store that is being available. So once you come to the Zoom joining meet link, so you are having the profile one, which is the personal meeting ID. So this is one thing, the personal meeting ID, which is being specific for a user, and the personal URL, which is there for instant meetings. So if I want to create any instant meetings there, I'll be able to use this. So this is the basic version of the Zoom ID which I've created, and sign in email ID. So the small G button generally shows that it is a Google account which is created, and the meeting capacity again. So when it comes to the meeting capacity, it generally shows 100, which is for a free account. If you click on it, you can host a limited 40 minutes meeting with 100 participants. Again, the 100 participants is the upper ceiling limit that is being added for the free version of it. And language, generally, if you want to have any other languages being selected, you can select it and you can save the changes being done. Again, the time zone, date format, time format, generally that is being present there if the meeting is to be done. So these are the initial requirements for a profile to be created, or after creating a profile, you will be having this links being generated. So once you click on the meetings, you are having the previous meetings. I have scheduled some previous meetings here. So I'll be able to show here. This is the meeting ID. This is the topic of it, and the date and the time that is being present there. That is the start time, exclusively start time that is being present there. And I'll be able to delete this meeting or start a meeting that is being present there. So any personal meeting room, that is this is the personal meeting room. So if I want to copy this invitation, I'll be showing you how to create a meeting, and I'll be directly able to copy this invitation and I'll be able to share it. So meeting templates, if I've created any template from the previous one, such as scheduling the seminars, scheduling the weekly meetings, I'll be going for this meeting templates, which is being present there. So scheduling a meeting here. If I want to schedule a meeting, I'll be able to type the topic here. So if I want to type the topic, so any topic such as, let me schedule it as seminar. So seminar on Sunday. So I'll be able to use this as the description, or that is generally optional here. So topic is to be done which is mandatory, and which is an optional, which is a description that is being present there. So date and the time. So this duration here generally, which is has a 40-minute time lap, 40-minute time limit that is being present there with 3 or more participants. So once you want to have one-to-one meeting that is being present there, so in one-to-one meeting, you can have the unlimited time which is being present there. In case if you want to have more than 3 participants that is being present there, you can generally go for this approach. So the duration is to be present there. You can click it, but the time limit is generally being restricted to 40 minutes. So if you want to upgrade it, you'll be having a few plans which are being present there for upgradation of the basic plan of the Zoom. And generally the time zone is GMT plus 5:30. And again, the same sort of controls which is recurring the meeting that is being present there. So meeting ID, it has to be generated automatically, and the passcode here, which is the security passcode, and the waiting room. So as soon as the participants turn on, you'll be having the waiting room to be present here. So video of both host and the participant. So at the beginning, it would be better that it is being kept off. Depending on the requirement, again, it will be able to, I mean, you as a host, you'll be able to turn on or turn off depending on the requirement there. So once you come to the meeting options, you will be having these three options being present there. So enable the participants to join before the host. So better it has to be clicked on, and it again, as I told you, if the participants wants to join before the host, it has to be turned on. So mute participants upon entry. Yes, definitely. Record the meeting automatically on the local computer. So this option, once a meeting is being started, at that instant of time, you will be able to record the meeting automatically on the local computer and save it on different drives there. So I'll be able to save this, and I'll click on the mute participants upon the entry there. So this is the passcode, and this is the meeting ID that is generated, and copying the invitation. So this is the entire meeting invitation that is being present there. So is scheduled a meeting, the holder, the account holder name, and along with the topic, time, and the Zoom link which is being created, along with the meeting ID and the passcode. So if you copy this meeting ID, and if you can paste it to the notepad, you can generally pass it on to the remaining people or the participants whom you want to join. So you can have this Google Calendar scheduling, and Outlook Calendar, and Yahoo. All these three platforms, it can be added, and you can have the selection of accounts being done in a normal manner. So what you can see here is you'll be able to edit this meeting again before you start the meeting, or you can save it as a meeting template, or you can delete the meeting depending on the requirement. So I'll start the meeting there. So again, it asks like this, allowing with the app. So Zoom app is also being present here. So this is the Zoom app that is being present there. You will be able to join a meeting or sign in depending on the requirement. So again, joining with the system audio there. So I'll be able to mute it or unmute it depending on the requirement. So this is being present there as the meeting topic. So as the number of participant is one, I can mute it or unmute it depending on the requirement. I can rename it. This is one important feature there. I can rename it. So I can use this name for the future meetings that has been created there. So I'll be able to invite others, sharing the screen option, and the computer audio. It also shows here you are being connected to the computer audio that is being present there. So all the details of the meeting that has been created here is able to see here. So invite the link that is being present there. So now I'll be able to chat using the group chat. So I'll be able to everyone in the meeting, or I'll be able to talk to one person in particular, and I'll be able to type the message here. So one thing that is able to record this meeting here. So this is the recording one. So here I have muted myself. So continue without audio. If you want to explain only the features that are being there without audio, you can continue without audio, or you can unmute yourself and you can start it. So here I'm explaining right now. It would be better that I can continue without audio, and this audio will be saved on the computer itself with the proper file ID or the ID which is being there. So now you have the security options here. Again, lock the meeting, I have enabled the waiting room initially. Allow participants to share the screen. So if you have a seminar being conducted, sharing the screen and allow participants to chat. So better, it depends whether a person is being able to chat to a presenter or the host, rename themselves, unmute themselves. So it is better that you create the unmute themselves. It is unclick it because they cannot unmute themselves there. So again, it is depending whether you want to have a discussion being done. So a proper discussion to be carried out or a group discussion, you can generally click or unclick depending on the requirement there. So here you are having one more button called as the conventional sharing screen button, which is being present there. So once you are having it, you will be able to see different screen, whiteboard, and the iPhone or the iPad that is being connected, and you are able to see the other windows which are being opened here. So what you can generally use here is you can share the screen and you can present it. So if a PPT is being opened like this, you will be able to share it along with the computer sound, and along with that you will be able to see this PPT in the presentation mode. So once you are shared the screening, you are able to see here. Again, you will be having the virtual background, video settings, and later on you will be having the participants that are being appear and annotate here. So once you come to the annotate, you are having a wide range of things here. Whether you can have a mouse pointer selecting a particular area there, and you will be having the text option that is being able to type it depending on the color there. So again, you want to change it to the different color. If you go to the format one and line width and the font size, that is the bold and the unbold that is being present there, italics, and the changing the font size there, that is also being present there. So these are the things that are being exclusively present here, and you will be able to use it as a text. So here you can draw it. If you want to come out, you can generally click on the text button and you will be able to draw it with the help of the mouse or thing. So once you click on the draw button, you will be having the wide ranges of the thing there. So where you'll be having a paint brush sort of thing, and later on you will be having this button where you'll be able to draw a square sort of a thing, or the other shapes which are being created, and later you can have the arrow pointer and a line which is being created. So all these things can be possible by using this annotation tools. Again, the stamp button, so you will be able to pinpoint many such arrows being present there, and tick mark it. You'll be able to tick mark certain options which are generally being used in multiple choice questions and different wrong answers. Okay, so you'll be able to use it as a wrong answer there. So if you observe the color carefully, you'll be having the green one and the red one there. So eraser, if you want to click on the eraser there, so you will be able to erase everything that is being present there on the screen there. So at each and every time, whether you want to retain certain figures, you can retain it, or if you want to erase it, you can erase it there. So again, I just finished about the format. So if something, if you have erased it, if you want to appear it again, you can click on the undo button, or you can redo it. So you can have this approach being present there in Microsoft applications also. So this is one thing that is being present there. So if I want to draw and everything, whatever that I have did here, so if I can see here all the things, I can clear all the drawings. So what it means here is clearing all the drawings means along with the participants, whatever they have drawn, you will be able to clear it, or clear my drawings and clear viewers drawings. So all these three options are being present there. So clearing my drawings, so whatever I have drawn, I can clear it, and generally clearing the all the drawings, I'll be able to clear all the drawings that are being present there. So, and I'll be able to save this. The entire screen is being saved, and where it appears in the screenshots that is being there in the document section of the Zoom app that is being installed there. So there I can generally go for it. So where you will be able to see, or you will be able to chat again, or you will be able to record it, meeting info again. So now these are the two options which are being quite useful. Disabling participants annotation. If you want only one-sided approach, or where the presenter is presenting, if someone or other who just wants to have some annotation being done, or certainly an arrow mark being drawn, so you will be able to disable this option there. So what you can see here is, so here after disabling, no one can annotate your screen that is being present there. So now if you want to, if someone would have been use the annotation tools and generally use it on the screen, so you can click on the show names of the annotators. So as we have no one to annotate here, so we can generally have no such names being there in case of the annotators there. So sharing the computer sound in case if you want to have any video being played, and hiding the floating meeting controls. You can generally have on the right hand side, you can see the shortcut there. So control, yeah, so control alt shift and H. So you can have the meeting controls being generally hiding there. So in the hiding, so if you want to have it again, so you can have the control again, the same shortcut keys can be used. So these are all with respect to the sharing screen options when it comes to the Zoom app. So if I want to pause sharing, I can pause it, I can resume it, and depending, it depends on whether you want to change over to another PDF document or another PPT document that is being present there. So these are all the options that are being present there in case of the Zoom app, in case of sharing one. I'll be stopping the sharing now, and again I'll be having the main screen that is being displayed here. So I'll be having the meeting information again. I'll be having the meeting ID, host who has created it, the password, the numeric password. So this one is the invite link, and participant ID that is being created. So here you are generally using the encrypt version. So what I would like to suggest there is, so any applications will be having some new features being developed. So if you want to use the new features being developed, it is better to update the app depending on the requirement. So any features that would have been added there, if you can go to the website, so Zoom website, zoom.us, that is being present there, you can generally have some new features that is being deployed. So I'm using Zoom 5.0 version, which is being the updated version there in case of this one. So you would be not like the upgraded versions of it or any such new versions increasing in the number of participants for the upgraded version or the paid version. So entirely that is being present there in all the apps that are being used. So when I want to summarize it at the end, so Google Meet generally holds up to 100 participants, and generally it has 1 hour time limit that is being present there. So next one, what you are having here is the Cisco Webex meeting that is being present there, which is 50 minutes over a free version and holds up to 100 participants that are being present there. So next one is the Zoom meeting that is being present then, or the Zoom video conferencing app. So next, what you can generally do here is you are having a free time limit of 40 minutes and it can hold up to 100 participants. So all the apps which are being developed, so certainly you will be having the new apps which are there in the market, where you will be having the free conference call alert, Microsoft Teams, and generally the go-to meeting, webinar jam. Webinar jam is completely paid sort of an app. So all these apps are having one or the other feature which is being present there. So this was a complete picture of whether what are the controls that are being present there in case of the Zoom, Google Meet, and also the Google Meet, Cisco Webex, and also the Zoom, which is being present there. So thank you everyone for uh, being here, and
Hello.
yes, sir.
Anup sir, we have some few questions.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, sir.
The first question is from Mr. Santosh Raikar. How
Yes,
to
sir.
do the recording in Google Meet?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yeah, that is one thing which I've missed. If you go to this Google meeting here, are you able to see my screen, sir?
No.
Yeah, right now, sir. Are you able to see my screen, sir?
No, not yet.
1 minute, sir. Yeah, right now, sir. Right now, are you able to see my screen, sir? Hello.
Yes. Share it. Yeah.
Okay. So when I come here, I'll be having these options. I have created a link again, and I'll be able to join now. So that is one important feature here
Anup,
where you'll be
Anup,
having.
Anup, Anup sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, in YouTube, it is not able to visit. Your screen is not visible in YouTube, I think.
Is it visible now, sir?
Now it's visible. Yeah, fine.
Yeah. So once I'll be able to see here, you'll be having the meeting ID which is being created. So I'll be able to use the educational suite. Are you able to see my account now, sir? Which is VVC account.
No, not yet.
One
We will
minute,
wait.
sir. Yeah, one minute, sir. Right now, sir.
So I think there is a delay in YouTube. Okay.
Yeah. Just a moment, sir. I'll.
Sir, you just open that Google Meet.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
and explain.
Yeah. So now it is visible, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this is the Google Meet link which is there, and how to record it. That's one of the good questions. And here I'll be having the record a meeting option which is being present there. So along with that, I'll be having the changing the layout which is generally being present. So if a presenter is presenting, I'll be using the sidebar, and the number of participants will be there on the side. And here again, I'll be able to change the layout there, spotlight and tiled option. So in tiled option, you will be having overall 16 attendees or the participants can be able to see it, see the presentation there. So if I want to click on the presentation, so I'll be having a presentation being shared here. I'll show it right now. So your entire screen, a window, I'll select on the window there. So this is the sharing option that is being present there for Google Meet. So you will be able to see the presentation here. So as soon as I click on the presentation, I'll be having the slideshow and I can begin it, the slideshow, depending on it. So one major thing that most of them have is regarding the presentation. So you'll be having two people here. I'll be very much clear. So again, once I have these two persons being present there, so I'll be able to click on the presentation where the person is being presenting. So if you click on the pin option, which is being present there, you will be able to see the presentation clearly. So that is where some of them while presenting, while due to poor network connection, whether they can turn into the Google Meet link. So those are the things that has been a problem. So where in case of recording also, if I want to record it, I'll be having this record button being present there. So this recording where you will be able to accept it. So record a meeting, you can able to record it and you will be having the recording button being there on the left hand side, left hand corner, which is being able to present. So after the recording is being stopped, you will be able to stop the recording again and you will be able to have this recording being present there in the Google Drive of the particular Gmail account that is being created. So next one is the full screen option. As I told you, you can double click on the screen there. You will be going for a full screen option. So you can click it and you can have the full screen option that is being presenting. So once the presenter completes its presentation, you will be able to stop the presentation and the other person can share it. That is one important thing there. So only one person can present at a time, and later on there is a provision where other person can also present it, but it would be better once if you have pinned it for a particular person, the even though if the other person presents it, you will be not able to see it. So as you can see that you'll be having the meeting link being created. So as we saw here, you'll be having the attendance link here. If you click on it, you will be having the meet attendance that is being created. And next one, if you click on this one, a new spreadsheet will be added. This one is the existing spreadsheet that is being present there. So you can click it and unclick it depending on the each instant of time you can take the attendance there.
Okay,
I
fine.
hope.
Sir, next question we have
Yes,
uh,
sir.
Mr. Parashuram Arsha. How to
Yes,
get
sir.
meeting in Webex? Whether it will be generated automatically?
Can you come again, sir?
How to get meeting ID in Webex?
In Cisco
Cisco Webex.
Webex. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So as I told you, Cisco Webex, yeah, if you can see my thing here, so you'll be having the sign in option once you have created the signing option, or if you want to directly have this start a meeting or scheduling a meeting there. So if you can schedule a meeting, it will ask for the Microsoft Outlook account. If you have a software or the application that is being installed, it would be quite difficult later on. So yes, so once you have this Microsoft Outlook account not being installed, you can start a meeting directly. So after starting this meeting directly, you will be able to have this meeting link being generated here. So I'll show you here. So this is the meeting link. So copy the meeting link that is being present here, if you can see it. So the meeting link is already being copied, and you can have this meeting link being shared to everyone. So this is the meeting link that is being generated. Yeah, yes, sir. I think I've answered the question.
Okay. There is one question from Mr. Ari. Uh,
Yes, sir.
Using this Zoom, Cisco Webex, and Google Meet, okay,
Yes, sir.
option
Yes, sir.
for live streaming in YouTube.
Yeah. So once you come across the paid version of it, as I already told you, is it streaming live on YouTube? Raghunath, sir, can you?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, so once you have this paid version of it, so it completely changes depending on the amount that you pay while having the full paid version of it. So you'll be having different versions, pro versions, executive version, or education version that is being present there. So what I would like to say is Zoom is being one of the user friendly apps. So that is quite easy to have it being shared. So you'll be having an option called as sharing the streaming there. You can share it to Facebook, you can share it to YouTube, or you can have the custom live streaming app that is being developed there. So in the full paid version, it is available, and in the unpaid version, that is the free version of it, it is not available.
Okay. Thank you. That's it, sir. Okay. Thank you, Anup, sir, for the very
Thank you.
informative session. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So I'll stop sharing now. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll stop the sharing now.
Sir, one more announcement I need to make.
Yeah.
So I request the participants to join validatory session using the link shared in their WhatsApp group. Kindly use that link. Thank you. Thank you all.
So shall we share, leave the studio, sir? I mean, I think I'll
Yeah.
end the
Yes.
broadcast. I'll end the
Okay.
broadcast.
Okay.